Hello, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you may be in the world. Uh, Hopefully, you're taking every opportunity to make yourself better this day, this week, this month, this quarter, this year to become a better trader, right? So, today I want to talk to you about really the number one reason why traders lose. It really there's a multitude of reasons, but statistics show 95 to 98% of traders lose mainly because they don't have a plan, which leads into kind of throwing out speculative money out there. And essentially, it's no different than gambling. And they get out because they don't have any discipline or any risk management, right? So, what I want to talk to you today is really how to build that plan, right? So, I'm going to use an analogy kind of like an airline pilot, right? They have a pre flight checklist. Even before the plane pulls back from the gate, there are certain elements that must be met or indicators that must be met so that the plane can go ahead and take off. And so, what I want you to start thinking about as traders is before you press the buy button, right, you must have a certain criteria that you must go through and check off all these boxes before your money gets put on the trade, right? Before you start putting on risk. Because remember, every time you buy a stock, right, you're putting on that risk. So let's talk about that, right? So, how do you really build that plan? Well, what are some of the things you need to look for? Well, one of the things is I like to look at price, right? So when I'm looking at my particular trades and my using my scans every single day, I kind of narrow it down to price. But even when I'm looking like on Finviz, for example, I like to trade stocks less than $20 per share, right? Mostly penny stocks, anywhere between $1 to $10 is really my sweet spot. So right off the bat, I see three that are like could potentially be. Now, I'm not just going to look at them and trade them, right? I'm looking at price. I'm also looking at the uh, shares float, right? The publicly traded shares that are available. So in this case, it's 25 million. I technically like to trade low float, micro float stocks, less than 10 million. But if it's a good opportunity, it's a good setup. I can go up to 50 million really because those stocks will still move with good volume. That's the other thing. You got to have good volume. In this case, CEI, for example, traded 309 million shares today. So much activity, right? The other thing I like to look at is news or some sort of catalyst that's moving the stock, right? So looks like we have some news here. So I'm not just going to look at this. I'm actually going to dig in, try to figure out, is it an earnings winner? Is it a contract winner? Is it an acquisition? Is there an offering? What's going on, right? So I like to figure out, what's moving the stock. What has uh, traders interested in this stock? Then I actually get into the actual pattern, right? I want to see, is there a pattern created with the stock, right? So I'm looking at 1 minute charts, 1 day charts. I'm looking back historically to see, does it spike and come back down, or does it spike and hold up its spike? Where are the major support and resistance levels? That's very critical, right? So it looks like there's some resistance right there, and today it looks like it touched it, right? And I'm also looking at the, kind of overall market conditions, right? So I do have my indexes listed up here where um, I can say, all right, what's going on with the overall indexes today? Dow, the Nasdaq, and so forth. Okay. So again, you want to be looking at all of these indicators. Now, I don't ever go to the buy button until I'm ready to go and all systems are a go. So I guarantee you, if you just build some sort of trading plan where you have your scans, you're going through your price, looking at the tradable shares, looking at your volume, is there news or a catalyst moving the stock? What is the pattern? Um, Identify your risk reward. Look at your, establish your stop loss and your target profit levels. Look at the historical charts. Establish the short term and long term support and resistance levels. What's the overall market doing? Is it up? Is it down? Is it consolidating? What's your mental state? Are you distracted while you're trading? Are you trading 30 minutes before a work meeting? Are you trading early in the morning when you should be taking your kids to school? Whatever it is, you got to clear out anything going on in your life, right? Are you trading every minute, every hour of every day, or are you waiting for those best setups? So again, if you just do this process and build an efficient daily process, I guarantee you your trading will improve. All right, until next time, good luck, guys.